Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our series, Building a Farmhouse from Scratch. As you saw in the last video, the framing is 100% complete, so that means everybody else hops on board and starts with the utility work. So this week is going to be the HVAC guys. They're dropping off all their equipment today to get the two systems installed. I just walked through the house and we kind of talked about it and got on the same page about where we want certain vents and then the range vent, etc., stuff like that. So they're gonna get started. I'm gonna try and get some footage. If this type of content interests you, please like and subscribe and hang out with us this week as we knock out this HVAC system in our new farmhouse. So luckily there's a ton of room upstairs for the unit, and I think we're gonna go right here in the attic for the main flooring, and that actually has a walk-in door, so that's a huge plus. And then the upstairs unit will be right up there in the loft, so that'll be like your drop-down staircase, like traditional. Climb up there. The second floor unit will be up there, and then the first floor unit will be in that walk-in attic storage over there, which that's great. It'll be a full-size walk-in door. Plenty of storage for Christmas stuff, overflow, furniture, anything else. So I think it's gonna work out good. So the HVAC system is complete and roughed in. So we are gonna walk through and check it out. We've also had a couple other subs start, but this episode I'm gonna dedicate to the HVAC system. I'm gonna walk through, show you guys what type of systems we used, what accessories we're using, and tell you guys what I know. And if you guys could help me out and tell me what you know and tell me if any of this stuff looks wrong or if it looks right, we are good to go. So let's help each other out, and I'm gonna take you guys on a tour and kind of show you the layout of the HVAC system that they installed. So traditionally, in my past experience with the HVAC systems, you want 1 ton per 500 to 700 square feet, depending on how efficient your house is, the windows, all that stuff. And a lot of that just goes to the age of the house. You know, if it's a newer house and it's sealed up with insulation and the windows are double pane, all that stuff, you can get by with 600 to 700 square feet per ton. Our main floor in this house is 1,700 square feet, so they chose to run a 3-ton system downstairs. So that system is located in the attic upstairs. So we're gonna start downstairs. I'm gonna show you guys the vents that they used or installed. So when you walk in the main living room, they have 2 ducts, one right here above the door behind me, and then the other is right here, pretty much center living room. One of them, I think it's like a 10-inch. No, actually it's an 8. So I'm not sure, you tell me. That 8 right there, you can see it. Is that the insulation rating or is that the size of the pipe? Let's see what this one says, because this one looks a lot smaller. Okay, so that's a 6. Okay, so that on this metal register, I believe they're called, it says 6 by 10. So that's a 6-inch. And this one says 14 by 8. Okay, yeah, so this is a 6-inch duct pipe, silver pipe, whatever you call it, and that's an 8-inch one. So there's 2 of those in the living room. And then in the kitchen right here, you can see there's one. And this is it looks like an 8-inch as well, 8x14. But the piping for that one looks like a main trunk almost. Well, now I can see it still says 8 up there. So yeah, that's an 8 coming off a 10 trunk. So we have 1 in the kitchen, 2 in the living room. And on the master bedroom, when you walk in, there is 1 return right there, and then there is 1 feed. That is also an 8-inch in the master. So 1 8-inch in the master, 1 return, and then the bathroom has 1 as well. There's also a air register in the toilet room, and then there's 1 in the closet. So that's the master suite, I guess you can call it. And then if we go over to the other side of the house on the main floor, since this system is just on this floor, you have another return. Actually, there's 2 returns right here. There's 1 return in the hallway, and there's 1 return in the bedroom. And then as far as registers or vents, we have, see, there's 1 in the bathroom. That looks like a 4-inch maybe. So 4-inch above head in the bathroom. And then in the downstairs, the 4th bedroom, we call it, or this will be Walter's room. It looks like another 8-inch maybe. So that's 1 8-inch in this room. And then in the laundry room, there is 1. And that looks to be a 4-inch. So there's a 4-inch in the laundry room. So that gives us 1, 2, 3 returns. There's 1 return in the hallway, 1 return in the 4th bedroom, and 1 return in the master. Those are all my pipes or ducts. I'm not sure what they're called. Trunks. I think they're called trunks. All right, those are all the trunks. And the system, if you walk upstairs, we actually fortunate enough to have this giant walk-in attic storage, which is awesome. And this is where they stored, or where they installed the system, and it is a Ream 3-ton. So you can see the trunks. The feed side, if I'm understanding this correctly, on your system, on one end you have a feed trunk or a box, and then you have a return box. So on your feed and return, your feed is what pushes all the cold air out after it goes through the system and cools down and filters, and your return is what pulls all the air back in. And they're supposed to put those feeds and return kind of far apart, so that way it actually circulates the air in that room, and then it'll actually draw it back through a filter also. That's where you change your filter at, is usually after the air gets returned. It filters and then goes through the system, cools back down, and then goes out back through the trunks through the house. Here, if any of you guys are HVAC guys, check this out. If you can see that there's the model number. So they did the box over there for the return trunks, and now, like I said, there's 3 return trunks coming through there, and then here's your feed box right here, and then they come off. It looks like there's 4 main trunks that come off. Like that's a 10 that's going to that side of the house, it looks like, and then this 10 is going to this side of the house and splits twice and so forth. But the install looks clean. So you have right here, you have your refrigerator lines. These copper lines go all the way out normally to your outdoor condenser unit, and then you'll traditionally have a drain right here, and it'll have a little P-trap. So here's your drain that goes out and drains all your condensation outside. And then here's the pan. It's sitting in a pan, and you'll always have this little safety shut off. So if this drain gets clogged up for some reason and has to shut off, the water will actually shut this switch off, shut the unit down. And so these brown lines right here, this goes down to your thermostat that's mounted on the wall. And then I'm not sure where the wiring will be actually wired up in there, but it will be somewhere. So that's the main system, and actually the shingles just rolled up for our roof, so everything is coming in like super fast, a lot faster than I anticipated. So the second unit is upstairs. The second unit is a 2-ton unit. That's what they said we needed, and it is Lennox as well, and it is wired up or hooked up or installed up in the attic. So on our second story, we will have a drop down staircase right here. You pull down your traditional drop stairs, and then it goes up, and the unit is, you know, pretty much arm's reach from that attic space, which is super nice, so we can change the filters pretty easy. In this unit, they have 2 returns. I can see there's 1 return right here, 1 8-inch return in each bedroom, pretty much. So there's 2 8-inch returns in each bedroom, and then they have the feed lines or the main lines, 2 8-inch single lines in each bedroom, and then let's see, there is a 6-inch line in the bonus or the play area, and let's see, our office right here, another 6 in the office, and then the opened up loft is another 6. So the complete upstairs, oh, the bathroom also. In the bathroom, let's see, looks like it is another 6 as well. So we have the 2-ton unit upstairs, and I'm not sure the square footage up here. The house is like 2580, I believe, and then minus 1700. So whatever that square footage is the system we have upstairs. And 2 returns, 2 8 feeds, and then 1 2 3 4 6 feeds for the rest of the house. So that completes the actual indoor units, and I'm gonna go downstairs and show you guys where they put the outdoor condensing units. Right outside our laundry room here is where we're putting the units, and as you can see right there, they stubbed out for the condensing units. This is pretty much going to be like the utility wall. So I'm going to put the hot water heater, because we're doing an outdoor Renai, so we'll do a hot water heater here, and then the 2 outdoor units for the HVAC systems out there as well. And then hopefully they'll kind of clean up and sit there pretty tight, and then we'll just fence them off with like a privacy fence or something. So that sums up the complete HVAC systems that were installed for our farmhouse build. So if you guys see anything that was out of order, out of whack, leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. We're going to try and stay on top of all these subs and all the utilities that get installed now, because they are showing up super quick. So we've enjoyed this process and this build so far, and I'm just going to try and do a weekly vlog on this, and you know, whatever gets installed and whatever happens or gets built or whatever subs show up, you guys will see it. So thanks for watching. If you followed along up until this point, I know it's probably a lengthy video, but you know, I've enjoyed it. We've really enjoyed this building this farmhouse. It's been super fun so far, and we're just tickled to death that, you know, we have this opportunity. We appreciate the support. Like I said before, if you guys like this content, please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video next week.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.